Okay, here we go again. Um, it is September 9th, the eve of the game. The game is at 7 o'clock tonight, so I want to finish up with my NFC thoughts. I want to clean up one thing real quick, though, with the AFC as it relates to the Patriots. One of the things I think helps them is Belichick's incessant ability to get that cornerback position and the defensive back position right, and then turning guys out even when guys get hurt. And I think McCourty will come in and do a good job to that end. Now let's hit the NFC real quick. The NFC West is a pathetic division. I really don't know for sure where to go with it. I'm going to lean slightly towards the Cardinals. I think Derek Anderson is slightly better than Alex Smith, and really that's what it boils down to for me on that. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if with just about any outcome other than the bottom two teams really stepping up, particularly the Rams. I think they're a year or two away. They have some young, good talent that's going to be on the rise as time goes on. Names like George Selvey come to mind, along with Marshawn Gilliard and Danny Amendola, former Cowboy camp guy, and my personal favorite, Mike Uumanu. I'm not saying that twice. Anyway, just suffice to say that he's been very impressive. The tight end has been very impressive through camp. As far as the NFC South is concerned, the Saints are the Saints. My only question is, can they repeat their turnover rate? Can they continue to get all those turnovers? Otherwise, if they're not, I'm not sure if that defense can hold up 2 years in a row. You look at the Falcons, they're going to probably be the chief competition for the Saints. And I would just say that their defensive line improvement is starting to show in the preseason. I would say look out for Dustin Bierman. He's an interesting player starting to come on here of late. But I think, particularly in the secondary, you need as many guys as you can get to deal with the Saints and teams of that nature. And I'm not sure they're there yet. You look at the Bucks, they're rebuilding, and the Panthers, they have a journeyman quarterback. I'm pretty convinced that's what he is with Matt Moore. And then when they transition to their rookie out of Notre Dame, I think that's going to cost them some wins. Looking at the NFC North, obviously you've got two teams, and again, this is another coin toss call there. I mean, you can go Packers, you can go Vikings to take the division. There's no way of knowing right now, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. If I had to lean one way, I guess I'll go with the trendy pick of the Packers, though I'm not entirely confident of their ability to rush the passer, and that's critical when you're going up against old Graybeard. So I think that, obviously, once again, it's a coin toss, so we'll see. The Lions are a year or two away. Stafford throws too many picks. He's still throwing the picks in preseason. I don't see why that would change going into the regular season. It's going to take him another year. And the Bears, I have the Bears perhaps finishing last. I am just not a Jay Cutler guy, point blank. I think I've never been on his bandwagon. He's a decent West Coast quarterback at best. And he's in a number system now with Mike Martz, who runs somewhat of a Turner number system and offense, and I just think it's a bad fit. So that's where I am on that. And of course, the NFC East, the Cowboys' offensive line issues has gotten a lot of ink and a lot of airtime, and I think it's funny because every team in the NFC East has some question on the offensive line. You're looking at Jamal Jackson coming back from an injury with the Eagles, and they're having interior rush issues. In other words, they're getting a lot of pressure from the front of the line, so from the center of the line, guards and centers and A-gaps and things of that nature. So I'm seeing that. You're seeing Giants with their injury issues with the offensive line. They're having some offensive line questions, though that may be a little bit more solid. And then, of course, the Redskins, they're retooling. They've got a rookie tackle, and I can't wait to see what DeMarcus Ware brings to the table Sunday at 7:15. Other than that, I see the Cowboys having the best defense, and I believe that's what carries them to the division title again. I think the Giants will be right on their heels. If any other team other than the Cowboys wins it, I see the Giants winning it. I think they're retooled. I think the defense has a chip on its shoulder, easy for me to say, and they're going to be ready to go. I think Perry Fuel is a good defensive coordinator and a good guy all around, and I think they'll be ready to give the Cowboys a serious challenge. The Redskins will get a couple extra wins with Donovan McNabb, but I don't know what more they can do apart from that. They still have offensive line issues and things of that nature, and I'm not really entirely sold on the defense. I'm curious of how Andre Carter handles being the other outside linebacker in that 3-4 defense, because generally the other outside linebacker has to play more in space, and I see the Cowboys in particular taking advantage of that with Jason Witten. Let's see him cover somebody. And then, of course, the Eagles, they're bringing in a new quarterback. He has promise for the future, but this year I need to see him get the ball downfield a little more, and I think sometimes he does get a little erratic, and let's see what happens when he gets hit in the mouth consistently, because I think that's entirely possible that he does get hit regularly. And that's where I see everything shaping up. I do see the Eagles, though, probably finishing third, and the Redskins bringing up the rear. And that's where I'm at on the NFC. Let's see how it all shakes out.